Your identity is keeping you trapped, and now it's time for you to break through. If you find yourself having these goals set for yourself, you're working hard right now, you're putting in the work, you're following the strategies and the tactics, or maybe you're have some resistance towards actually doing the work and you know what you should be doing, but you're just not doing it. It's not a strategy or tactic problem. It's an identity problem. And what we're gonna help you do in this video is understand how your identity is holding you back and how to break through to create those next level results that you have set for yourself. My name is George Wohar, and if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to build your business to high multiple 6 to 7 figures and you find yourself stuck with exactly what we just talked about, you can also click on the link in the description for a 10-minute consult call. We'll jump on with me or someone on my team. We'll help you get very clear, specifically one-on-one, on what's holding you back currently. Your identity is the biggest trap. Your identity has been created from the things that you've saw in the past, from your belief system. Your identity has been created from the things that have been programmed in your mind as you were growing up, the things that you've seen on repetition, the things that you felt, the things that have happened over and over again. So no matter what, you're always going to align your results with your identity. You will never be out of alignment. And while you have done the work to get your identity to a certain point, which is why you're getting the results that you're getting right now, it has to grow to get to the next level. You're always going to be trapped by your identity. So where are you holding yourself back right now? I know when I was growing up, my identity got a little screwed up, right? My dad, he was in and out of jail and on drugs when I was growing up. My parents got divorced when I was about 5 years old. My mom was a single mom, very struggling to be able to bring in the money to be able to provide for my sister and I. And that's what started to create my identity. I had this level of no worth, right? I started to take away from my self-worth, and I started to believe like I wasn't worthy of certain things because of the pain that I was going through, the shame that I felt around certain things. And if I continue to hold on to that, who knows where I would be right now? Probably living the same type of lifestyle that my father lived at one point in time. And that's not what I desired for myself, but my identity was trapped in that. And our identities are in so many different levels and so many different areas. So wherever you have goals set for yourself and you find yourself not accomplishing or not achieving them, it's because your identity is holding you back. Now, I'm going to break down each one of these areas for you so you can start to reflect and see maybe where it's holding you back and then help you get clear on what you can do to overcome that. Relationships, for example. I had a lack of self-worth, and I felt like love comes into my life, it's going to leave because of what happened with my father. So that created a negativity around relationships for me with a partner, with the woman that I desired to have in my life. It created a gap. So when I would be in relationships and get in relationships, it was almost like I looked for those relationships that were going to be toxic. I looked for those relationships that weren't going to be beneficial for me. And I got clear on that, and I understood that that's what was holding me back. So then I took a step away from relationships, and I spent about 5 years not getting into any serious relationships, 6 years not getting into any serious relationships. And I got to really look at my self-worth and understand that that part of my life, going through that traumatic experiences, my level of worth wasn't a result of what happened in the past. And I got to get clear that I am worthy of love, that I can receive love, that I can have the love in my life. And because that I allowed myself to do that, I was able to attract my ideal woman into my life. And if you want that video on how to exactly do that, you can click on there's a link in the description somewhere down below. On attracting the ideal woman into my life who fit all the characteristics and all the qualities that I had, because I allowed myself to become worthy. When it comes to money, my mom was a single mom. She always had to save her money and hold on to her money and not spend it. So I started to act that way as well. I would make money in business, 21 years old, made my first $25,000 per month, continue to grow that business, and I would hold on to money and store it and hoard it. And because of that, I started to cut out the flow, and the flow of money stopped coming to me, and it would be difficult, and I'd have these ups, these peaks and valleys with my income. And then I get to get clear on the only reason why my mom was doing that is because she was a single mom raising 2 kids, making $15 an hour. That's not me. I get to make a shift. And I started to shift my identity around these things in different areas of life as well. But I started to shift my identity. And instead of me being a guy who has to hoard his money, who isn't worthy of relationships, my identity transformed to I'm a guy who's fully worthy of endless levels of love. Money flows to me. And you start to create identities for different areas of life. In business, I'm a CEO, I have a powerful team making X amount of dollars in business, and like that becomes my identity. Because I believe myself to be a CEO and not just a business worker or not just a solo entrepreneur, I started to hire the employees. I started to delegate the tasks. I started to focus on what was best for me and what was most powerful for me because I began to transform my identity. Your identity leads to your beliefs lead to your actions, and your actions lead to your results. If you continue to hold on to the identity that you're holding on to unconsciously, you're not aware of, your beliefs are going to be the same, your actions are going to be the same, and your results are going to be the same. I spent a period of time where I was working really hard on different things in business, trying different levels of ads, trying different things, but my results were always ended up being the same. My income always ended up being the same because I believe that I can only make a low six figures in business, and that's where I was stuck. I can only make X amount of dollars in business. So no matter what strategy or tactic that I implemented, it always remained the same until I allowed myself to see that I'm worthy of more. I can step into more. I'm worthy of attracting and receiving more in my life. Until I told myself that I am a CEO making X amount of dollars, bringing in X amount of dollars, having a business that's worth X, until I shifted my identity, I was stuck. Where right now is your identity keeping you trapped? Where right now are you not getting the results that you want in your life? And what is your identity around this? What are your beliefs around this? The way for you to get clear and to really figure out what your beliefs are, or what are your results? Going back to business, being a business owner, right? I knew that my identity was I am a solo entrepreneur who hustles and works 24/7 and only makes, let's say, $100,000 in my business. I knew that was my identity because those were the results that I was getting. So the way for you to figure out your identity is get clear on the results that you're getting right now in your life. That's your identity. Once you understand what your identity is and you face the facts, get clear on what it is that you want your identity to be. What are the results that you're after? For this example, I am a business owner, or I am a CEO. I say business owner. I'm a business owner, a CEO who has a team, who delegates, who is making multiple six figures or even seven figures, make it big enough to excite you but small enough to believe that's possible, making multiple six figures, having a business worth over $600,000, $700,000. That's who I am. And you begin to implement, you get clear on what this identity is, and you begin to reprogram your mind with this through repetition, through listening to yourself, repeating this to yourself, audios, recording an audio on your phone, through affirmations, through writing this down, journaling about it. This is when you begin to tap into this and you reprogram your mind, because currently your mind is programmed as the identity that you're holding on to right now. That's it. That's who you are. And if you continue to hold on to that, that's the only person you will be. You will continue to struggle to get those next level results for yourself. You will continue to force, and you'll find yourself remaining at the same spot. Because again, your results will always be in alignment with your identity. You will never break past that. Unconsciously, we want to hold on to this identity for ourselves, if that's what we're holding on to, until we get clear and aware and we allow ourselves to break through. And that's the spot that you're at right now, in the stage that you're at, and that's why you're watching this video, to break through, to create that next identity for yourself, so you begin to get those next level results that you're after. Whether it's six figures in your business, seven figures in your business, having that ideal body. I know for myself, working out and training, my identity is locked in with that. And when I do different things, such as 53-hour workouts with the Navy SEALs, and I'm training for that, I create a new identity for myself. I created the identity of I am an elite athlete, and that's the identity that I have. I'm an elite athlete that performs to my highest and gets incredible results with everything I do fitness-wise. Like, elite athlete is my identity. Elite athlete, elite athlete. And because of that, I go to this 53-hour workout with the Navy SEALs, do things like break records and get through this with pretty much ease, besides my feet being on fire because my feet were all blistered up. 53 hours straight, no sleep. Because I create this new identity for myself. So in each area of your life, where can you recreate an identity? In business, what is the identity that you want to have? In your relationships, what is the identity that you want to have? Unconsciously, you don't have an identity. It's unconscious, it's created for yourself automatically. So if you've seen your parents maybe in the past were arguing and going back and forth, like, that becomes your identity. You're this guy, in my relationship, I argue, I hold my ego, we go back and forth in arguments, we both never get what we want. Like, that's the identity that you're holding on to. But now you get to consciously create your identity. So what is that new identity? I am in a powerful relationship. I'm a powerful man that takes powerful action. I lead the way in this relationship. My woman is in love with me because of the way that I lead. Like, that's the identity that you begin to take on. Consciously create your identity for yourself in each area of your life. Repeat this to yourself. Reprogram your mind with this and allow yourself to align with this. And then you will find yourself acting and attracting in accordance to that higher version of yourself. And then you lock in that identity and you get those results. Those results that are big enough to excite you but small enough to believe they're possible. And then what happens next? You create the new identity for yourself and you elevate to the next level. Every single level, you get to create a new identity for yourself. Your beliefs will be in accordance to that. Your actions are in accordance to your beliefs, and then your results will follow. Who is the man or who is the version of yourself that you get to be to create the life that you truly desire, the results that you're after? Where are you keeping yourself stuck? So again, your action steps right now is to look at your identity in each area of your life where you're not getting those goals. Get clear on the identity that you desire to take on in each area of this life to get the results that you want, clear on the goals, and get clear on the identity required in order to do that, and begin to repeat this identity to yourself. Affirm this to yourself. Create this for yourself and post a comment down below, identity, or even if you're feeling bold, what that identity is that you're holding on to in a specific area of your life and the breakthrough. And if you want, post where you're at and what the goal is, and we'll help you craft an identity in the comment section down below. I respond to all comments. Your identity is what's holding you back. And we're going to be posting a lot more videos on identity and breaking it down. The six-figure entrepreneur, the traps of the identity, and the different identities that we hold on to, because there are specific archetypes, specific identities that we hold on to that I've been able to study and uncover through all of the guys that I've worked with throughout the last 7 years of power and purpose and taking guys on and helping them build their businesses. And again, if you're an entrepreneur and you're looking to build your business to high multiple 6 to the 7-figure point, and you find yourself stuck somewhere, you find yourself trapped, and you know it's a strategy, it's not just a strategy or tactic, but there's an invisible barrier, mindset limitations that are keeping you back, and your results aren't aligned with the work that you're putting in, then make sure to click on the link in the description to schedule a 10-minute consult call with me or someone on my team, and we'll dive into one-on-one, give you one-on-one advice on what's holding you back, what's keeping you stuck, and what those next steps are for you. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. We're posting 2 videos per week, so you can click that notification bell to get access to these videos so you get notified when they come out. Make sure to like this video, post a comment down below if you have any questions. And again, if you want to schedule that 10-minute consult call, definitely do so. There's not a sales call. If you are a good fit, we'll schedule a later call, a 45-minute call to go over more things in detail. So don't worry about that. And I will catch you in the next video. We got other videos for you to watch to help you really reprogram your mind and step into that next level version of yourself on mindset, law of attraction, meditation, all those good things, identity. I'll catch you in the next one. George Wohar, thank you for watching.